Welcome students. Myself Ms. Diksha Naik. I am Assistant Professor at Shri Malika Arjun and Shri Chetan Manju Desai College, Kankona, Goa. In this module, I will be discussing about structure of monocot root from Unit 2, Primary Structures of Organs. This is the outline of my topic. Structure of monocot root consisting of epidermis, cortex, endodermis, pericycle, vascular bundle and pith. Learning outcomes. After completion of this module, students will be able to identify different layers of monocot root. They will describe the different anatomical layers of monocot root. They will explain the structure of monocot root and they will also cite an illustration of monocot root. Anatomically, monocot root shows following layers. First is epidermis, second cortex, third endodermis, fourth pericycle, fifth vascular bundle and sixth pith. The first layer, epidermis. It is the outermost layer. Here you can see in the diagram, this is epidermis. It is also called as piliferous layer, epiblemma or rhizodermis. It is uniseriate. Uniseriate meaning it will consist of single row of cells. Here you can see in the diagram it consists of single row of cells. The cells are rectangular, thin-walled and parenchymatous. There are no intercellular spaces in between them. The cells are tightly packed. Cuticle and stomata are also absent. Some epidermal cells comes out to form unicellular root hairs. Here you can see these are the unicellular root hairs. Functions of epidermis. It acts as the outermost boundary. It also provides protection. The root hairs absorbs water and nutrients from the soil. The next layer is cortex. This is cortex which is below epidermis. The cortex is well developed and differentiated into outer cortex, middle cortex and inner cortex. The cells of cortex are thin-walled and parenchymatous. They are loosely packed with intercellular spaces in between them. There is no chloroplast, it contains starch grains. There is a layer here, the outer cortex is thick walled and lignified and this layer is called as exodermis. Functions of cortex, it helps in transport of water from cortex to xylem, it facilitates air exchange, it maintains the root pressure and also stores food materials as starch grains. The third layer is endodermis. Here you can see in the diagram, this is endodermis. It is uniseriate consisting of single row of cells. The cells are barrel shaped and large. There is no intercellular spaces in between them. It shows presence of a special thickening called as Casparian band. This Casparian band is made up of lignin and suberin which prevents free passage of water from cortex to stele. Then the next is here passage cell which is opposite to protoxylem. This is a passage cell which is opposite to protoxylem. This passage cell helps in transport of water from cortex to protoxylem. Functions of endodermis, it helps in regulation of movement from cortex to xylem. It also stores starch grains. Next layer is pericycle. Here you can see in the diagram, this is pericycle which is inner to the endodermis. It is also a outer layer of the vascular bundle. This is vascular bundle and this is pericycle. The cells of pericycle are thin-walled parenchymatous. It is either uniseriate consisting of single row of cells or multiseriate consisting of many rows of cells. Functions of pericycle, it gives rise to lateral roots only, whereas in dicot it gives rise to lateral roots and also formation of cambium. But here in the monocot root it gives rise to lateral roots only and there is no formation of cambium. Next layer is vascular bundle. This is a vascular bundle. The xylem and phloem are together called as vascular bundle. They are inner to the pericycle. They are radial. Radial meaning the xylem and the phloem are arranged alternatively in different radii. The vascular bundle is polyarch. Polyarch meaning it will contain more than 6 vascular bundles. Here you can see there are more than 6 vascular bundles. This condition is called as polyarch. Whereas in dicot root the vascular bundles were either diarch or tetrarch. They were less than 6. But whereas in monocot vascular bundles are more than 6. The xylem is exarch. Exarch meaning the protoxylem lies towards the periphery and the metaxylem lies towards the center. This condition is called as exarch. In between the xylem and phloem there is a tissue present called as conjunctive tissue. It is also called as connective tissue or complementary tissue. It is either parenchymatous or sclerenchymatous. It provides mechanical support to the root. Functions of vascular tissue, xylem helps in transport of water and minerals, phloem helps in transport of food material. Vascular bundles also provide mechanical support. The next layer is pith. Here you can see in the diagram at the center this is pith. It is large and centrally located. The cells are parenchymatous or sclerenchymatous. The cells are loosely packed with intercellular spaces in between them and they store starch grains. Whereas in dicot root the pith was usually absent and if present it was very small. Whereas in monocot root the pith is very large. Let us summarize. This is the structure of monocot root. The outermost layer is called as epidermis. Some epidermal cells comes out to form unicellular root hairs. Epidermis is followed by a cortex. Cortex is followed by a endodermis consisting of Casparian band and passage cell. This passage cell helps in transport of water from cortex to xylem. The next layer is pericycle. It is inner to the endodermis. Next is vascular bundle consisting of phloem and xylem. In between the xylem and phloem there is a tissue present called as conjunctive tissue or connective tissue and at the center the large pith is present. This is all about the structure of monocot root. These are the references. Thank you.